Good morning, everyone. Technically afternoon or evening. It might be Friday by the time you watch this. I don't control your life. Welcome back to Destiny Rise of Iron. It's Tuesday, reset day for me currently, which means we're going to go over the reset activities inside of Rise of Iron. I think there are a few new things in the Iron Temple, but before we get to the Iron Temple, let's talk about reset stuff, starting off in the Cheater's Playpen known as the Crucible. So featured here we have Combined Arms and Salvage. Salvage has been removed from the playable, the choosable all-the-time game modes thanks to Supremacy, so if you need your Salvage Grimoire done, or you enjoy playing Salvage, the most broken game mode in Destiny, it is there for you now, as well as Combined Arms. This is 6v6 with vehicles on large maps like Bastion, First Light, and Skyshock, so enjoy that misery as it is now presented to you. Moving down here, we have, Supremacy and all this fun stuff, private matches, yada yada, no one cares. Trials of Osiris will return this weekend, so if you want to get your Trials practice in, go ahead and do Elimination. I wouldn't suggest playing Trials or Iron Banner for the foreseeable future, as people that stockpile exotic engrams that are already like 385, 390 light, people that are already, super boosted in their light level, are going to fuck you in the butt. So I don't suggest playing Trials ever again, as people are already, quote-unquote, cheating their light level. Though they did prepare for months, so it's not that big of a deal. But Bungie should have, put a hard stop to that kind of stuff. Regardless, we're not going to get into the semantics or the whatever. Anyway, moving up. So inside of the Reef, we have the Challenge of the Elders and the Prison of Elders. Prison of Elders is the only place to obtain Sterling Treasure anymore, and you only get one of these, so have fun getting that stuff you wanted, even though with 3 of them every week, you still couldn't get the stuff you wanted. Now you only get 1, because RNG, and you can't buy these from Eververse, so that's fun. So Sterling Treasure's here in the Prison of Elders. I'm not playing this anymore. I'm doing it, on Tuesday night for, Treasure, but I hate Prison of Elders, so I'm done playing it. And then Challenge of Elders this week has Chaff, fresh troops, and super kill bonus, which means you have no radar. Enemy waves have more enemies in them, and super kills give you bonus points for that. If you need access to this with an Elder Sigil, go ahead and head to the Vestian Outpost, talk to Varx, buy an Elder Sigil with currency. Moving down to the activities for today, we have the daily game mode skirmish, 15 marks there. The daily heroic story is the Vex Citadel, so that's fun, 15 legendary marks there. I suggest doing these if you are playing a lot of Rise of Iron. You've probably infused a lot and you're probably low on marks. There's 30 marks here, easy for you to get. You can also get a bunch of marks from doing public events for the first time of the day, things like that, and also Heroic Strike. So Siva Crisis Heroic this week, 350 light there. It now has Heroic Solar Burn. Solar Burn. Oh boy. Heroic Solar Burn, Small Arms, and Ironclad. So this means that solar weapons of all types do more damage. You do 200% damage. Enemies do 300% damage, because fair. Small Arms means that your primary weapon does bonus damage, whereas your secondary and heavy weapon do reduced damage. And Ironclad means that enemies have more shields. More enemies have shields, things like that. So people are going to be using Yallarhorn this week, even though it's small arms. So essentially the reduction in other damage types is 30% roughly. So your Yallarhorn is going to do 30% less damage, and then 200% more damage. So it's 170% more damage with Yallarhorn. So Yallarhorn is a viable option this week. It's a more viable option than, say, a Vision of Confluence or something. So I would rock a legendary primary that has some high DPS, and I would rock Yallarhorn and maybe Weapons of Light and a Tether and melt everything this week. Just be careful that I think most Siva strikes use Solar Burn. And most strikes just use Solar Burn anyway, like regular Hive or Solar Burn. Or some of them are, I think. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm thinking something. I'm thinking Cabal. Fuck. I'm sorry. I've let you all down. Anyway, the first one of this you complete for the week will get you a Radiant Treasure. Radiant Treasure can drop weapon ornaments, things like that. So have fun with that, with Solar Burn. Oh my god. Moving into the weekly Nightfall Strike, this is Nixus. This is Nixus, the Hunger of Oryx, which is the Taken version of the Archon Priest Winter's Run Strike. We have Epic, Berserk, Small Arms, Trap, and Airborne there. So Epic is, doesn't matter. Berserk means that enemies will not flinch even after massive damage. Small Arms means that your primary weapon does bonus damage while your secondary and heavy do reduced damage. Shaft means you have no radar, and Airborne means you do more damage while in the air. So have fun with that. Moving down into Earth. I'm going to go ahead and go to the Iron Temple, and we'll see what quests we have here, as I assume that there are a few things we have here to look at on the weekly reset. Also, Axis, the final boss inside of the Wrath of the Machine raid, is dropping Ice and Fire tokens, which can be used to light the central brazier inside of Iron Temple, and you can use that to launch yourself onto the top of the tower, where a Siva cluster remains. Most people have already gotten it, or some people have already gotten it by jumping onto the skiff in the first story mission, jumping up there with a sword, and obtaining it that way. The legitimate way of doing that is to use an Ice and Fire token on the central fire, and you get to jump up there. Then you can then drop down behind that tower, open the door to Fellwinter Peak in the Iron Temple, and letting everyone in your instance and your social space be able to explore the mountain all the way down to where the gondola drops you off. So that essentially makes Fellwinter Peak, the Iron Temple, the largest social space in the game, just because you can literally explore the entire mountain. I assume this is where the Iron Banner representative will be. I will not tell you who the Iron Banner representative will be, as that is a huge spoiler, and Bungie added into the Grimoire, unfortunately. So Shiro has a quest for us for this week. Complete patrols in the Plaguelands. So this is a weekly thing we can do. He also has the Iron Bounties for you to complete. So your patrols in the Plaguelands and your weekly Iron Bounties have been reset. So go ahead and grab those if you are heading back into Destiny, into the Rise of Iron, going back in for your second week of fun. So these are completing patrols, completing kill patrols, VIP patrols, and Siva patrols. So those are the things you need to be doing this week. That also gives you a bunch of legendary engrams, a ton of reputation for your Vanguard and your faction, and lots of experience there. I think Tyra might have something as well, because as it is the weekly reset, she should have another quest to do good deeds inside the Crucible, and since that's blinking purple, that means she does have a quest for us. So I'm assuming this is going to be Artifacts of the Iron Lords, which will allow us prove your worth of the Iron Lords nonsense. Artifacts of the Iron Lords. So that's what I was thinking we have here. So we have 3 brand new ones, it looks like. Yes, these are 3 brand new ones, and yeah, so go ahead and hop in and grab these. I have no idea what the rotation timer is on this. I would assume that next week she's going to have 3 different ones, and the week after that she's going to have 3 different ones. I thought Bungie was going to make it so you couldn't transfer these between characters because it's kind of like a big deal. Evidently, that's not the case. So 2 of my characters currently have the memory of Yolder, one of them has the memory of Teemer. Unfortunately, I would have wished to have gotten one different one on each character than just moved Yolder around as I played. I'm kind of pissed off that Bungie didn't lock these to characters. It's kind of unfortunate, and it just kind of lets people get away with being pieces of shit about things. Regardless, the memory of Fellwinter, the memory of Scory, and the memory of Perun are here. So the memory of Fellwinter allows you to lose your super, but you gain an additional grenade and melee charge and a small boost to all stats. Orbs grant melee and grenade energy as well. So you basically give up the ability to have a super. Am I reading that wrong, or is that am I reading that wrong, or does that boost your stats by 194 or 129? What the actual hell? So this thing is insane, actually. So this thing, yeah, it does. You lose your super, but you get a huge increase to stats. Then we have the memory of Scory, which is when your super is full, nearby allies' supers recharge faster. And the memory of Perun, enemy guardians with full supers and all enemies with low health are highlighted. This is more of like this is a Crucible artifact as well. This one would be more of a PvE, or maybe a Crucible one. This is kind of like an everywhere kind of thing. Maybe even a raid one. And the Fellwinter one, I don't even know what to say about this one. It's a little crazy. This is the one I wanted, actually. This is definitely the one that I thought would be fun to use. But this stat boost on this thing is literally insane. Just like the bonus you get on that is crazy by comparison. So she's here, she's doing that. If you have 3 characters, go ahead and buy 1 on each character, then you can move your memory around, and it doesn't matter anymore, I guess. I really wish that they had locked those to the characters that you would tune them on. That way people couldn't abuse the system and kind of cheat their way through the book, but, they did the same thing with splicer keys, and look how that happened. Now we can't move our splicer, like anything, like any splicer really is through our characters, because people were assholes about it on the app. So thank you guys for fucking the rest of us and trying to cheat your way through Archon's Forge. Anyway, so Radiant Treasures drop from the Sept Crisis Heroic, and those give you these weapon ornaments and silver dust. The what are they called? The Sterling Treasures drop from Prison of Elders. Those drop Spectre, Armor, and Desolate gear. Good luck finding that stuff. And that's going to be it for me. I just want to show you guys that the quests are here in the Iron Temple. They are there for you to complete again. So go ahead and grab those before you head out into the Plaguelands, before you head out doing your strikes and your Gallarhorn farming, before you head out into your raid nonsense. Go ahead and come here and get your stuff from Tyra and Shiro, and then head out and kill everything in the Plaguelands like you're supposed to be doing, Guardian. Fun shit. Anyway, I don't think there's anything in the tower. We'll head there real quick just to see, but I don't think there is anything there. But yeah, so you're going to want to get your Artifacts of the Iron Lord quest, your Plaguelands Patrol quest, and then your 4 weekly bounties, as those are used inside the record book to make sure that you are getting things done. So inside the record book here, we can go over to the Iron Rising page. Metal and Flesh, this is the raid quest line. Patrol with it. Complete weekly patrol quests. This can be done. This is the quest that Shiro gives you, so I've done it on all 3 of my characters. So that's 3 of 5 right there. So 2 more, I'll have that. The Life Exotic is for the Koshnov, the Gallarhorn, the Raid Pulse Rifle, and what is the other thing that you get from the Koshnov? Thorn. The Thorn is also that one. Nightfall Strikes is also this week. Let's go over to the thing I was trying to show you before I was so rudely interrupted by the loading screen. Oh my god. Alright, let's see what we got here in the record book. One more thing to show you guys before I head out. I don't think there's anything in the tower to show, so we will go ahead and go a little glance over this. So Prove Your Metal is the other one. This is completing bounties for the Iron Lord. So you can do technically 12 of these a week. If you do 4 on 3 characters, if you want to be really crazy about it, you could technically delete characters, level them up through Rise of Iron, do the bounties again, and do that multiple times. I don't suggest doing that. That seems a little insane. But you can do whatever you want. It is your game, your life, your character. I think I'm here alone. That's perfect. Anyway, so that's going to be it for me. That's your weekly reset video. All your information, go ahead and head over and do your things with the lady and the man, so you guys can be, you know, making the most of your journey inside the Plaguelands, inside of playing this week. Good luck on your Nightfall strikes. Have fun with that. That'll be good. You know, have fun with your nonsense. It's good. It's good to have levels again. It's unfortunate that Bungie allowed people to basically boost their light level up so high that they are going to be unkillable in light activated activities, but you know, mistakes between people you know, causing issues with splicer keys and Siva offerings, between people being shitty about that, between Bungie not locking the artifacts to characters and letting people move those around and basically screwing people out that were playing by the rules, and same thing with, yeah, it's just people with the engrams and nonsense. It's kind of unfortunate that Bungie allowed people to basically invalidate their own game, and that's how the cookie crumbles. So it crumbled kind of shittily. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have fun with your Nightfalls. Have fun with your raids. Good luck on Axis Phase 1 and 2. Hopefully this week, though, that's right, there is another ARG out right now. If you go to the Owl Sector website on Bungie.net, you can click the numbers at the top, or just go to the sim. I'm sure it's all over Twitter and the Destiny subreddit. So if you go there, you can find a link to that. There are some crazy shit going on. We think it's linked to one of the secrets in the raid. Hopefully it will unlock the raid pulse rifle eventually before hard mode comes out. If not, oh well. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. So have fun with your sim, your ARG, your Nightfalls, your raids, and all of your patrolling of the Plaguelands. And until Friday, when Xur comes, this will be the last kind of random Destiny video, hopefully for the week. I might make some more talking about some stuff with Cat. I don't really know, but for Reset, this is it. So have fun with your Reset activities, and until the next video, have a great day, everyone.